Tony podcast brings you
the Mild Manner Movie Review with your host, Tim.
and Tony. On this week's episode, we will be talking about The Dark Knight.
Are you not entertained? But tonight, we dine in hell! Great Scott!
You play ball like a girl!
Are you good?
We're on a mission from God. Life, finds a way.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
All right. So, like we said last week, we'll be doing Joker movies, Batman with Joker in them.
Yes.
So we did The Dark Knight this
Since
week.
he doesn't have his own movie
yet. Yes. Yeah, so that's our reasoning behind this one, besides it being a great movie.
A fantastic movie.
Yeah, we'll have to do all three eventually.
Yes.
In a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of watching all three,
in a row.
do you remember the first time you saw it or have a story?
This wouldn't be the first time I saw it, but the first time I saw it was probably just in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Crown, I would think.
I'm guessing Crown.
2008 was still probably Crown.
Crown, yeah.
Yeah, because we hadn't graduated yet,
No.
so for sure Crown.
Mm-hmm.
But a story would be when The Dark Knight Rises came out, and the theater offers like watching the first two and then the third one. We did that up at school.
Nice.
We drove like 45 minutes to some
To a
random theater that
had it.
and we did that for I think it was it started at like 4.
And then got you to like the midnight show,
And got-
or the
yeah.
10 o'clock or whatever.
I actually then it might have been the midnight showing when that was still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
like
was
6 hours.
Yeah.
Or probably more with breaks and if they
Oh,
did
yeah, it
trailers
was-
for the third one then.
Exactly, because I think it started like 12:05 or 12:15, so it like would have ended. I mean, this one's 2.5 hours,
Yeah, the first one's 2.
2.
I think the third one's got to be 2.5.
at least 2.5.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I still have. We got like a badge.
Mm-hmm.
I have that hanging on my door.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to show it to you next time.
Yes. Okay, let's jump right into our first segment, a Tim and Tony review of The Dark Knight.
Hold on to your butts.
This week we will be talking about when the menace known as the Joker emerges from his mysterious past and how he wreaks havoc and chaos on the people of Gotham. The Dark Knight must accept one of the greatest psychological and physical tests of his ability to fight injustice.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, pretty much hits all the points.
Yeah. All right, so I'll start with
you start
my
with your-
honorable mentions. All right, so the intro, but we'll talk about that when we get to yours because yours is not an
Yes.
honorable mention. But I love my other one would be the Joker origin stories. Just how did I get these scars every time?
The different ones.
Yeah, and then the last one getting shot, I guess, in the face. But that's awesome. I mean, he did a great job. We'll be talking about him a lot. And then my other honorable mention is Gordon getting promoted. I just love that scene where he's clapping, and it's like really quick, but it's just perfect.
That's exact. It's just a small thing,
Yeah.
but it plays well.
Mm-hmm. Number 5 would be Lucius Fox and Alfred. Just them talking because they know he's Batman, and just talking to Bruce Wayne though. Like just some of the lines are just so comical.
Like the small, like a submarine.
Like a sonar, like a submarine, Mr. Wayne. Or I need a new suit. Yeah, 3 buttons is a little 90s. No, the other suit. Just all the interactions with Fox are just perfect.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman was perfectly cast.
They nailed it.
Yes. And then Alfred he's a little more serious in this one where Begins he was more like he had jokes every once in a while.
But he still has his like 1 or 2 lines.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
I mean the guy stealing the
ruby?
The rubies, was a great story. And then I love I guess they're gonna lock me up for being an accomplice. What are you talking about? I'm gonna pin the whole thing on you. It's
like,
just
I
great.
told you so.
Yeah, I told you. I didn't want to. Yeah,
Oh,
he's like,
I didn't
but I'm
want to
gonna
do it
say
today.
it.
Yeah, but
But I told you so. Number 4 is the mobster meeting, where Joker shows up, and we saw him earlier, but this is our first
like actual, full
full scene, and like I don't know, because we only see him take the mask off and walk away. Really,
Yeah,
I mean, he
pretty
does a
much.
little intro, but
yeah, he does a little bit, but not a ton.
he does like the magic trick is great. Kills the guy with the pencil. Yeah, and then I love the grenades. Like, I know we were talking about Nicholson with all his like gadgets, but these gadgets are much more deadly.
Much more deadly.
Yeah,
It was like 6 or 7 grenades just
just
ready to go.
on a chain. Number 3 is the interrogation. Him wanting to get it locked up first of all is crazy.
He planned everything.
Yeah, just that whole time he's in lockup that first time. Yeah, but like, was it Batman hits him in the head? He's like, gets him all woozy.
Don't start with the head.
Yeah, that's a perfect scene. And then Batman goes like nuts and beats the crap out of him.
Gordon's like, he's in control.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He blocks the door. And then I love the scene after that though, when he's sitting in the interrogation room. He's like, "Have I killed any of your friends?"
He's baiting the guy on.
Yeah. And then the next scene, he's like, "I just want my phone call." Yeah, that's awesome. Number 2 is the final fight and the fairies.
The final.
The final. Did I put the final with Joker? Yeah, just like the bait and switch he does with
I
the.
didn't know there were magical fairies.
All right, I was on my phone and I didn't feel like. How do you spell the other fairy?
That's all right. Ferrry. You know, like the boat.
Yeah, I got it. No, there's magical fairies in this. You're watching a different movie.
I clearly just missed the entire scene then.
Yeah, but I love that. Like the one guy is like, "Give me it. I'll do what you should have done 10 minutes ago," and throws it out and just proves Joker wrong.
Exactly. I think that was like the whole point of it, was to show that Joker's banking on it, but it's not going to happen the way he thinks.
Yeah, and you know that he had the same switch, and I'm pretty sure it blew up both of them.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
gonna,
We were
or
talking about
that the ones on the ship would blow them both up anyways. I feel like.
yeah, even
Like if
probably on a delay too. I would
a
guess.
little, yeah,
To give it like, oh yeah, we're fine, and then
yeah, and then and
get
then
rid
I
of
love the
everybody.
bait and switch with the clown guards and the hostages, and it takes the SWAT team so long to figure it out.
Too long.
Too long.
The snipers should at least be able to see the duct tape around
Yeah, right.
with those kind of scopes.
Let's see, and then my one is I love this scene, the Harvey and Joker in the hospital. First of all, when he takes the mask off and then he realizes the Joker is ridiculous.
There's been some debate.
I
about
guess
that,
his
like,
eyes
if
kind of close.
His
like
face
when you
is completely white though.
Yeah, no,
You'd
no,
be
but I
able to
meant like
see-
Harvey's eyes, like he's kind of like waking up, almost like it seemed like he
okay.
was sleeping, and then
I
like
don't know, his one eye was open.
it's always open. Maybe he just can't see good out of that side.
Sure.
Yeah, but that scene's great. When he gives him the gun to shoot him,
Yeah.
he's like, "All right." What does he say?
Introduce a little anarchy.
Yeah, and then he has his finger on the hammer the whole time.
Right,
So
yeah.
he wasn't gonna let him
I was
shoot
saying,
him in
there's
the first
been
place.
a lot of people arguing about that, where it's like Joker was never going to
Gonna
let him do
him
it.
shoot him? No, not a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great scene though, and I got another honorable mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
The scene where it's the pile of money and Joker's on top, and we get our only live action version of Scrooge McDuck when he jumps down the cash and slides down.
And
Because of that, and it's a cool.
yes, yeah, we talked about that when we watched it. If you don't know, usually we have the movie playing while we're recording, but sometimes we'll watch
it
the
before.
movie before. Yeah, so that's why if we say we talked about it earlier,
Yeah.
that's why. But my honorable mentions are that when they show, it was filmed in Chicago, and when they show like those scenes, it's so obviously Chicago. They didn't like edit out a ton of stuff to make it like its own city.
Yeah, like we were talking earlier on this, but so I watched Batman Begins yesterday as well, just because I want to
Also,
watch it. Yeah.
we watched it before.
Batman Begins.
Yeah,
We did that one.
today.
Oh yeah, we did watch it. All right, but we weren't really paying attention that much. But
No.
yeah, but that they like I don't know, they made the Narrows like you could tell it was made and
Right,
even
yeah,
like
that
the
was more of
above
a show.
shots like oh that's a fake city.
Yeah.
Like
This
yeah,
one was more, you get to see the city. Even Hong Kong looked like it was actually Hong Kong, and they just kind of used what they needed. And then all the other smaller scenes.
Yeah, I mean, and then even when they do that for the next one, I didn't like that it wasn't Chicago anymore, but it was still cool.
Yeah, why
that
not
it
use
was,
Soldier Field? Like,
Yeah.
what's the problem with it?
Yeah, but that was good though that they, I don't know, used a different city besides New York or Chicago as Gotham.
And then also the honorable mention was like all the practical effects. So like when they flip the truck, when they're on Lower Wacker,
Blowing
and
up the
driving,
hospital.
blowing up the hospital. They actually did that.
Yeah.
Just like all the little practical stuff that makes it look that much better,
Mm-hmm.
and even grounds it more in realistic, like because that's what they really wanted to do. It just adds to that. And then my number 5 is the kind of all the twists, but like you took one of them that I was going to add on, but
Add
like
on.
the twist on the locations. So like when Joker gives them the opposite.
Yeah. He thinks he's going to save Rachel, but he's going to Harvey. Yeah.
The other twist. Oh, the other one. Did I read it? Yeah. So that one, and then that which leads into my number 4, which is the Gordon fake death.
Fake death. Yeah.
How it's like he planned. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this, then hopefully Joker does this and this, and then we'll use that to capture him.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to your like hospital scene where he's like, these guys are planners. I don't have a plan.
I'm not a schemer.
But he clearly does
Has
have many plans.
Yeah, a lot of plans.
Almost everything figured out. And I kind of touched on this earlier, but my number 3 is that it's a grounded movie, but it still has like the superhero outlandish moments. So like when the bus, right in the beginning, when the bus busts out of the building and just follows in line.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a little ridiculous, but
you have to suspend your belief a little bit. But it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like,
yeah,
you planned it to get right on time with everything else. That's cool. The tryouts for like when Joker goes to gamble.
Yeah,
it's like I'm sure gangs and stuff like that maybe realistically do that, like hold tryouts or whatever. But they just amped it up for like the movie.
Yeah.
And like other kind of stuff like that, where it's a grounded superhero movie where it's like Bruce could be a real person and this could feasibly all happen.
Yeah.
And it just kind of shows that. Yeah, you're right. This is like the 4th. It's like the same.
It's the same place all the time. Yeah. They just switch it around a lot.
Yeah, move himself.
Yeah, and then like the suit, they even like
Yeah,
I needed to be more agile and quicker. It's like, okay, we can give him a new suit now.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We'll make it lighter and able to move around. My number 2 is the score of this movie. Really, like all of them put together. Like
it's
the Nolan score, basically, or the Hans Zimmer.
I would say that. Yeah, this one though. This one and the next one do
very well.
Yeah, just like I don't know. It's just like that loud noise, that build up before something like is gonna happen.
There was one scene. It's one scene towards the end where it's just like, I think it's a violin where it's just like the high strings and it gets slowly like builds up, and then it like gets to the big point.
Yeah,
it's so good. It fills in the space nicely with everything around it. And then my number 1 is the intro scene.
Yes.
So like the 5 or 6 minutes we get them robbing the bank and I was told to get this guy when he was done. And then it's like, oh, funny, I was told something similar.
I'm guessing that he told you to kill me when we were done. It's like, no, I'm killing the bus driver.
He's like, what? And blows through the window.
Yeah. Is that 6 or what was it? What's his count at? He's just where'd you learn to count?
He's out, right?
He's out, right? Yeah, that, and I don't know, that I just love like, and then we kind of see him for the first time for a little bit.
Yeah,
when he pulls the mat, but I love when he puts the like smoke grenade in the guy's mouth. And just it's attached to a thread on his jacket.
It closes and it still even goes.
He breaks it. Yeah, yeah, that opening is great. And then even the we get the Batman opening with Scarecrow comes back,
Oh yeah, true.
and then it's all the Batman,
All the fake Batman.
yeah, but that's that whole 15 minutes opening
Yeah.
is just great.
It sets up both characters, and then you get all of them throughout it.
Yeah, and then I love how he's just like, he's one man. We'll go after the mob first.
Which it's like, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's a logical thing to do.
Mm-hmm. All right, a few problems. Not really problems, but like a Batman.
I was gonna say we should
89.
probably just say like nitpicks.
Or what we
a
would
few,
change
a
or
few
something.
funny things.
Yeah.
But
But like Ramirez, I would have her be Montoya. Like that's a no-brainer.
that's an easy one.
I guess they're on the take, which would make sense for her.
Right, because she's more.
But like Stevens or Wirtz could easily be Bullock.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
and like
totally
him
easily.
being on the take would be a little believable.
Right. Or like in this movie, he's on the take, and then all this stuff happens, and like Gordon dies, and he's like, "All right, I'm done."
Yeah.
Like, does all that kind of stuff.
And then was it Mike Ensel? I forgot his name in the movie, but Anthony Michael Hall plays the
reporter guy.
Yeah, easily
Another
Jack
yeah.
Ryder, and this one's even more perfect because he's a newscaster.
Right. Yeah, he's got his own show.
It would make 100% sense. And then my other one is that Loeb should have been played by Commissioner Loeb should have been played by Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes,
would have been
that's
awesome.
a really good one. I do like that.
And he would have been perfect. Like not even in a funny way. Like I think he would
No,
have been.
he
would have
carried
crushed
the
it.
carry the role nicely. My two problems is one of them is when they're like, "All right, go down on the lower fifth." It's like, just call it Lower Wacker
Just
Drive.
call it-
Like everyone knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Even
They did
people
say
not from the
Cicero,
city.
though.
Yeah, they did have one real street name. And then the other one is kind of actually in the
same-
exact same scene. Is when like the fire truck is blocking their path. They could have gone literally any other direction and would have
been a little better.
Yeah, would have thrown off their other plan.
Yeah.
Some.
To get them in a closed area.
Yeah, anything else would have worked.
Then my favorite quotes. We're moving on to quotes. Number one though is Alfred's. After talking about the Ruby story, though, which is just like some men just want to watch the world burn, and it's like the perfect explanation for Joker. I think.
Exactly. Yeah. Because it makes sense in his story what he says and for Joker.
And I love the Bruce. I think it's like right before the story where he says criminals are simple.
Yeah.
From the first one, just another great one. And then my second one is said by Harvey in the beginning of the movie, and then Bruce or Batman at the end.
I'm glad we're hitting all the main ones.
Yeah. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I don't know, they used it perfectly both times.
Right. In the one time when Harvey was saying it, it's like, oh yeah, right at the lunch. It's like, oh
Yeah.
it's just something he says, but it makes total sense. And then you're right at the end.
And then Batman says it. And then I love Commissioner. Make sure you didn't say it, but Gordon's one where he's like, he's the hero we need, not deserve.
He's the hero we deserve, but not the one we need right now.
That.
Actually, he says both of them.
He says it both
doesn't,
ways.
Doesn't he say one about Harvey and then
one about Batman to his son?
Yeah, something like that. He does say like both versions,
Yeah.
I think.
And then my third one is in the meeting, the mobster meeting, but the like Russian dude or Chechen is like, "What do you propose?" And Joker goes, "It's simple. We kill the Batman." And then they all laugh too. And then Maroni's like, "If it's so simple, why haven't you done it yet?" And Joker goes, "If you're good at something, never do it for free."
Yeah.
Then he burns all the money anyways.
Exactly, which is even funnier.
Yeah, this town deserves a better villain.
Yeah. Okay, how much you want? Half.
Half.
Even him burning half would still be a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Like-
The one bank that was robbed, it was like $68 million or something, they said.
Yeah, that's
And
one
there was
bank.
like there was
That's
6 others or 5 others.
5 other banks?
Yeah.
That's a ton of money. My quotes are the first one is right in the beginning of the movie. The copycat Batman goes, "What gives you the right?
What
What's the-
governments you the right?
Okay, yes, I did have the one on you. So the
Yeah.
what government's you the right? What's the difference between you and me? And Batman's response is, "I'm not wearing hockey pads." It's hard to do the voice. I'm not wearing hockey pads. And then my second one is the Joker at the meeting. Like he kind of walks in after all the mobsters are talking, and he goes, "Oh, and the suit? It wasn't cheap. You guys would know. You paid for it."
Paid for it
So like, he stole. It's basically a $68 million suit
from them. Yeah,
is basically what it boils down to. Mm-hmm. And then my last quote is when Coleman Reese comes up to Lucius Fox, and he goes, he tells him like, "Oh, how haven't you recognized that this is your idea?"
Yeah.
That basically Batman, like you're funding Batman and all this. And Lucius says, "Let me get this straight. You think that your client, one of the wealthiest, most powerful men in the world, is secretly a vigilante who spends his nights beating criminals to a pulp with his bare hands. And your plan is to blackmail this person? Good luck."
And then Reese's face is just like, oh, damn it.
He's like, "Oh my God, that's an amazing idea. It's an amazing point. Why would I do that?"
And then, why so serious? I was going to put that on there. But I love when Tom Haverford does it to Ben in Parks and Rec when he's wearing the Batman suit. I got to ask you one thing, Ben. Why so serious?
Okay, let's move on to some TNT trivia about the movie, starting with Who Am I?
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!
I'm Batman.
There we go.
I am your father. I am vengeance.
I am the knight. I am Batman! I am the Clint Commander!
Yes, I'm Batman.
All right. I will start with my Who Am I?
Who Am I?
First movie is
Shit, I got it.
is The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Second movie is Foxcatcher. Third movie, Live by Night. And the fourth movie is War Machine. And I can give you a few clues.
Ooh.
I can give you one that'll give it away.
It sucks because I haven't seen Foxcatcher.
It's a good movie. With Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell and
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, yeah.
And Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
Ruffalo.
The rough dog.
War Machine was with Brad Pitt on Netflix. I haven't seen that one yet. It looks good.
What was it? So it was Dark Knight and
Live by Night.
Live
Fox
by Night.
with Ben Affleck. I haven't seen it. Came out of 3-4 years ago. Do you want a hint? The giveaway.
Live by. I should know this. Okay, well, it's not one or two. Give me a second. Ooh. Yeah, well, let's go with a hint.
All right, this is gonna be a dead giveaway, but
Well, then try and give one that's not. It's not Gary Oldman.
one that's not. No, I'll just give you the one that's The Breakfast Club.
Damn it.
Or Psych, or The Goldbergs, or...
I had a feeling. Anthony Michael Hall?
Yes, that is correct. I got two random facts about him. All the characters he played in John Hughes movies were based after John Hughes himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then he is the youngest member of Saturday Night Live ever. In 1985, he was 17 when he joined the cast, and he was only on there for a year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Tim Robinson was on SNL too. Remember that video?
Yeah. I've seen a few skits with him. He's not like the lead guy in the skits.
Just kinda like
I
a
knew he
backup.
wrote for him for a while though.
Okay. My Who Am I is The Dark Knight, Half Nelson, Contagion, and Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, not The Fast and the Furious.
It was all right. Dark Knight, Contagion.
Contagion.
What was the fourth one?
Hold on.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious and Half Nelson.
Half Nelson.
Hints are going to be hard to come by.
It's like,
She's done a lot of TV work. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This person.
She?
This person.
she.
Yes.
Is
Okay,
it
yes,
Ramirez?
Yes.
That's the only other one I could.
Yeah. Monique Gabriella Kernan. Let's see.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Dexter.
Yep.
Sons of Anarchy.
Not much. Oh, okay. Two things. The first one is she participated in ABC's Diversity Showcase, which I guess Disney held, or like the ABC channel did. And she has played several plainclothes law enforcement characters since her roles as a city police detective in The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
And then Lie to Me, which I didn't know she
was in
forgot.
Lie to Me?
Yeah, which it was an older show I liked. I haven't seen it in a while. Whether it is by virtue of typecasting or otherwise, application of the archetype could be a potential trademark of hers. Playing a plainclothes cop.
That's random.
Yeah, just that, like, her two roles, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Some random facts about the movie. I try to pick my three about Heath Ledger and Joker.
I just went kind of general.
All over. But Paul Bettany, Lachie Hulum? I don't know.
You wrote
I don't know. Adrian Brody, Steve Carell, and Robin Williams all publicly expressed interest in playing the Joker. But Heath Ledger was always Christopher Nolan's choice because he said he was fearless, I guess.
Yeah, and I think like one of the first times you met him or something.
Oh, I read just the bottom of the one I already did. He was. So I'll go into that one right away. But he auditioned for Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. That's what it was.
And they both agreed, like, yeah, you're like this isn't the role for you.
Yeah, you're not Bruce Wayne.
But then he came back and auditioned again for this role, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're
immediately
perfect."
got it,
yeah. But he said it was because he was fearless. Because I guess everyone was afraid to do Nicholson, and he kind of did his own thing.
Right. He didn't exactly copy Nicholson at all, or even like any of the other Jokers.
Let's see. My other one is the Joker's mask that he was wearing in the bank robbery is almost exactly the same as the mask worn by Cesar Romero in the hijacking of a performance of some Italian opera in Batman 66 television series.
Well done.
Yes. Yeah, and then I did have one where Michael Caine, when they filmed the what was it, the penthouse party or whatever.
The fundraiser.
The fundraiser got so scared when Heath Ledger came on screen he forgot his lines. And he has no line. They don't.
No, Alfred doesn't actually say anything
in that
maybe
line.
Maybe they used. I don't know if
maybe
they used that take and it's like, all right, it works better.
Yeah.
Either way, it worked. It plays out well. For my trivia, my first one is in the early minutes of each movie in the trilogy, the main villain, so Ra's al Ghul in the first one, the Joker, and then Bane, disguises himself as one of his own henchmen, and then there's a conversation about said villain in each of the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Bane, they're like, oh yeah, who is this Bane guy? Or in the third one.
Oh yeah.
And then this one, they're talking about, oh yeah, the guy who planned this all. And
I did see There was one similar to this that every villain at one point, or there's been a villain in each movie that at one point has been Bruce Wayne or Batman's friend. So it'd be Raish or Roz.
Oh, yeah.
And then it would be
yeah.
Harvey.
Yep.
And then it would be Talia.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good. And, I mean, Harvey, that pulls from, like, the animated show, I think. Because they were
Friends in
friends in the animated show. And then my second one is that a video game adaptation was in production, but was canceled due to technical difficulties when it was in development. And
Thank God.
But the game was picked up by a British game developing company, Rocksteady, and reworked it into Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yes.
It's probably the best video game series out there. Or one of them.
One of them, yeah.
And then my
trilogy. Yeah. I don't know if I could say that either, but
no,
it's up
because
there.
there's well,
but a lot of
3
games
from
don't.
the same company.
Yeah,
and
3 from the same.
Oh, that would have been cool if they used the Rovers.
I know.
that would have. But I'm sure they used the police.
Yeah.
The police one. And then my last fact is that the luminous ceiling in Batman's secret bunker was lit by a grid of 300 fixtures, each containing 6 800-watt bulbs, which consumed a total of 1.44 megawatts. Because that is a huge bunker. That
I thought you were going to
completely
say something else. 1.21 gigawatts. That must have been crazy.
I'll go into a story about that. In physics class in high school, one of the courses we were talking about watts, and I think I said
yelled it.
I think I said gigawatts or gigajoules, and who was it? It was Mrs. Powerhand's like, that's not a real thing. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Totally
Tell
made
the
up.
teacher, yeah.
I'm like, no, it's totally real. But yeah. So those were my 3 random facts.
Random
about the movie.
facts. All right, final thoughts. I mean, there's so much of the movie we haven't talked about.
I was going to say, for a 2.5-hour movie, like,
if you wanted
there's so many tiny details.
Yeah. I mean, just all, I don't know. He made great choices as Joker, I think, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Even like this scene where, like, he plays one of the cops in the ceremony.
Yeah.
Where it's like he has to know all the steps that the cop would do it the right way, and know that the snipers are looking for anything moving,
and he sets a timer. So
exactly, it's everything's so planned out.
Yeah, and then I mean, this is only 2008, 11 years old.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't know, had such a big impact on pop culture. It's like insane,
massive impact.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that year for every Halloween episode of every show, someone went as Joker.
Oh, absolutely.
And like the one I'm thinking of is The Office. Like when they're, damn it, Creed, I was up since 5. Just like, I don't know. Yeah, and like, I mean, we already said Parks and Rec already made a few jokes about it. And
yeah, it's almost any other series referenced it in some way.
Yeah, or parodied the Batman voice in this one. And,
that's mostly what it came down to.
But yeah, just such a huge impact, and then on superhero movies in general.
Oh, in general, this was like the first billion, I think.
This is the first billion,
the first $1 billion movie.
And then I don't know. I think it was after this though. Like everyone's like, "Oh, we got to make these movies more grounded." And you got like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man was trying to be more grounded, and then you got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trying to be more grounded a little bit. That didn't work. But like everyone tried it at one point.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Okay, maybe people like this.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go this way."
I mean, and then we got Schneider's Superman, which was a lot darker comparative to...
I like that one, though.
Yeah, I did like that one. I mean, yeah, a lot of people didn't, but...
I did.
But it changed a lot of the way people think about these movies.
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a whole disc of special features.
There's so much that you can go into.
I mean, the trivia on this IMDb page is
enormous.
Ridiculous.
You just keep scrolling and you find something new every time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but without talking about the whole movie, I think we hit a good chunk.
Yeah, we hit all the main everyone kind of references.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that was Batman Begins. Okay, never mind.
Which one?
I was thinking of when he's in the Narrows in the fire and it's the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh, the kid.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's the first one.
That's
though.
yeah.
I mean, Maroney in the club
The
scene.
John Wick scene.
Yeah.
There's the John Wick
John Wick
stole.
stole.
Very similar. All right, but next up, we'll pretend like we're in charge and recast the movie. And I'll go first.
Yes, you
so
go
I won't
first.
tell you the theme.
No, we're doing themed recastings.
Yes.
And
And
trying to
instead of
see
seeing if the person can guess what the theme
what
is.
the theme is.
So no answers till the end. So people
Okay.
listening at home.
Can play along.
Yes. All right, my first one, Batman. I will cast Zac Efron. First of all, he could beat the shit out of people.
Yes.
And him in that Ted Bundy movie was super creepy and dark, and I think he pulled off Batman
true.
really well. My Joker, Shia LaBeouf. We've seen him go insane in real life with the Do It videos. And
Dude, yeah, but Shia LaBeouf, he could totally pull it off. Just
yeah.
anyway.
My Gordon, Bryan Cranston. Just phenomenal actor. You're never going to guess this theme, by the way.
I have a hunch, but it's totally wrong.
Yeah, so Bryan Cranston is Gordon. Easy.
Hasn't he played Gordon? Didn't he voice
He
him?
voiced... Yeah, he did. So this works. Double reason. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
In Batman Year One. Rachel, I went with Emmy Rossum from Shameless.
Okay.
My backup for her, though, was Danielle Panabaker from Flash. I could see her as like a lawyer.
Yeah.
So she was actually my first pick, but then I switched it to Emmy Rossum because I could see her working with Zac Efron well. And then my Harvey, Nick Jonas. I liked him in Jungle Book. I mean, he'd be great in that. No, what is it? Jumanji. Welcome to the Jungle.
So you mixed them up
Mix
little
him
bit,
up a little bit.
Totally works.
But I could see him as, and it'd be interesting to see him get dark at the end. Fox, I went with Carl Lumbly. He is the voice of Martian Manhunter, and he was Martian Manhunter's dad in Supergirl.
I don't think I got that far.
Okay,
Like to see who
plays him.
maybe
Yeah, if you've seen him, you might recognize
yeah, I
him.
probably would. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I go with him. You're gonna love this one, Alfred. I went with Lassiter, Timothy.
Amundsen?
Yeah, he's not British, but I think he could pull it off. And he's got the crazy beard and long hair now. I think he would be a badass Alfred. Scarecrow, I went with Jared Padalecki
Okay, I know
from
who that is, yeah.
Supernatural.
I have a guess, but I have two guesses. One's definitely wrong.
Maroney, I went with Katie Seagal from Sons of Anarchy. Switch it
Okay.
up.
Don't know. Okay. Ooh.
She was Jake Peralta's mom.
Oh, I know exactly. Okay, that actually. Okay, so now I'm guessing your theme recasting.
Yes. I should keep this up. I think you can get it.
You know what?
You should get it.
I should get it because I think I keep getting more specific as I'm thinking about it. My first initial thought after the first two was like, I don't know, SNL, like people who like guest starred and then like played that character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Disney Channel original movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That is correct. Yes. So Zac Efron was in High School Musical.
That I figured.
Shia LaBeouf, Even Stevens, Bryan Cranston.
Holes.
Well,
original
movies.
Okay, so I was right.
Bryan Cranston was in 'Twas the Night in 2001. Emmy Rossum was in Genius.
I figured
And
she was
then
in.
Panabaker was in a bunch of them, like Stuck in
was-
the Suburbs and some other
Yeah,
stuff.
wasn't she in Sky High?
But I don't know
Or
if
is
that's
that-
original.
No, I
that
think
is a
that was
Disney
a movie
though.
Yeah.
Jonas was in Camp Rock and a bunch of other stuff. Carl Lumbly was in The Color of Friendship in 2000. I've never seen it, but
No.
Luck of the Irish for Lassiter.
that
that
one kind of really
Uh,
sewed it home.
Padalecki was in A Ring of Endless Light.
I knew he.
99,
I
I
had
think.
heard he was in one. I don't know.
And then Katie Seagal was in Smart House.
As soon as you said the mom, I'm like, okay, I know. I know who that is.
I thought you'd get it.
Nice. It is a good one.
I thought maybe Cranston would throw you.
You did because you had me talking on like other. You had me like, oh yeah, he played Batman already.
Yeah.
Okay. So for my Batman, I have two options.
Okay.
The first one, Christopher Lee. So Saruman from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So kind of old.
Kind
but
of old.
That's okay.
All right.
Or Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Okay.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Joker, I'm going to go with Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Kind of out of left field.
Yeah.
Kind of out of left field. I think he could play that quiet, crazy guy.
Crazy, yeah.
Gordon, funny enough, Jeffrey Wright.
Right.
The guy.
Oh, who's cast as
they're-
Gordon right
yeah.
now. Or might be cast.
Might be cast,
yeah.
from Westworld.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
for Rachel, which I can't spell, Lena Headey from Game of Thrones. I forget.
Okay,
I don't know who
Cersei.
she-
Yeah. Okay.
I probably actually knew who she plays, but Harvey, I went with David Mazuzos, the kid who plays Batman in Gotham.
Okay. I don't know where you're going with this.
See, that's why I like it. But like, I picked that because they could still kind of work in if you recasted them. That's what I like. Alfred, I went with Michael Gambon. Actually, that's one I had to look up too. I'm gonna see if I can do it real quick too, before my phone dies. I think he played, not like. I don't know if he was
older guy. Is
yeah.
he Dumbledore?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure if it is. Yes, yeah, Dumbledore. Kind of like a. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's
Dumbledore. He's Alfred.
Alfred. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got
that works.
the older white-haired butler look.
British.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
Or he's Irish, but he could do.
He's a Sir Michael Gambon.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Get that right.
Sorry, sir. Scarecrow, I went with Luke Evans.
Dracula, and he was in Fast and Furious. And
Interesting you went with Dracula first. I like it, but yes.
Yes.
Also, not Lord of the Rings, but the
Hobbit. Okay.
And plenty of other bad things. Or bad guy roles.
Yeah.
And for Maroney, I went with Kevin Sorbo.
Is that who I think of?
Hopefully exactly who you're thinking.
Hercules?
Yeah. Hercules, yeah.
I don't know what any of these people have in common.
All right, I'll run through them again.
Yeah, run through them one more time.
Batman, we'll go with Matt Damon. Joker, Andrew Garfield. Gordon, Jeffrey Wright. Rachel, Lena Headey. Harvey, David Mazouz. Alfred, Michael Gambon. Scarecrow, Luke Evans, and Maroney, Kevin Sorbo.
I want to say like fantasy. They were in a fantasy franchise, but then Matt Damon's throwing me off.
Technically, he was in Thor.
Oh yeah,
I could give you that, but
or like I don't know. Then they were all like in big TV shows, but then Matt Damon's throwing me off on that again.
A hint would be. A hint really. A hint without giving it away.
We're giving it away.
Hint would be it's kind of like what we do. It's like we're kind of like the last one. Where it's like,
they've been in movies together. Is that it? No.
What kind of movies? Or yeah, I'll give you partial credit. So it is movies that the actors have acted in together.
Okay.
But what about the movies is important? Generally. Like, what about the movie?
They were all directed by the same person? I don't know.
They might be, but no. It was. They either starred in. So for Batman, Christian Bale was in a movie with Christopher Lee. Was his first movie that Christian Bale ever did. What Christopher Lee was in it, and his latest movie that he did was Matt Damon.
Oh, okay. So
Ferrari.
first or last movie?
Generally,
okay.
like Heath Ledger's first movie.
Oh, his last movie was
with
Andrew Garfield. Okay.
So I mixed
I was
them
gonna
up.
say that too. Like, Okay.
Some of them, like Maroney. If you look at Maroney's Eric Roberts,
Roberts'
you
list
look
is
at
ridiculous.
It's insane. That dude doesn't stop working. Like his first 10 movies, I had never
Heard of.
Like they were all older movies, and even his last couple were people I haven't really heard of. But yeah, so it was
Okay.
movies that, or it's actors that have starred in either the first or last.
What was
Generally.
so Aaron Eckhart was in the first movie with what's his name or last with the kid from Gotham.
The kid, whatever Harvey's last, or whatever Aaron Eckhart's last movie
was. Okay. Interesting. That was a good one.
Yeah. See, like that's why when we were talking during the week, I'm like, oh, I got it, and then I looked up a couple. I'm like, no, this doesn't work for anybody.
Doesn't work.
And then I kind of made it work.
Okay.
So that's it for our recast. Now it's time for us to rank our top 5 movies with the Joker.
All right. My top 5, my honorable mentions, which we didn't bring up our favorite Joker is Zach Galifianakis. Would have made it in the honorable mention. I think, for
honorable
both.
mention, yes.
But so I'll do honorable mention Lego Batman movie, Batman the Killing Joke, and Batman the Dark Knight Returns are my honorable mentions. There was a lot. But number 5, I go Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, just because it was Hamill again. It was awesome.
And like the story about with the Joker,
what they did with Tim Drake and all that was awesome. Number 4 is the Batman the movie from '66.
Yep.
I don't know. That's a great movie, and with all those villains in it, it's perfect.
with everybody.
Yeah. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Number 3 is Mask of the Phantasm. I think I put it lower just because the Joker story is not as good.
That's what affected my list. Yes, I will say that.
The number 2 Batman, even though they completely changed the Joker's origin, but it was Nicholson's still great. And then number 1 is this one. I think it's because we don't get an origin at all.
Right, and the origins he gives are different every time. So it even plays into that fact that no one knows.
No
where
one
it's
really
from.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah. My honorable mentions would be all the rest of them that I don't mention. It's kind of like the same. All of them are good, but I'm trying to. We'd be sitting here for a while listing all the Joker movies. My number 5 is also going to be Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Just because it was like, oh, he's been dead and he kind of comes back.
Yeah.
But not
really.
Number 4, Mask of the Phantasm. While it is a fantastic movie, the Joker story, it's not bad, but
he's not really like the main
it's not
villain
front and
either.
center. Yeah, it's like, oh, he just got started, and they kind of mention him a little bit, not as much. Number 3 is going to be Batman the movie, so the '66 version.
66.
And then my number 2 is going to be The Dark Knight, so this one.
Okay.
And number 1 is going to be Batman, the '89 version. And I did that because last time when we did it, I ranked Nicholson over Heath Ledger anyway.
Ledger.
So I figured switching them would kind of would not be correct. But I have seen both of them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Kind of like ranking one that you haven't seen.
Kind of like that shall not be named.
Okay, for our last segment, let's talk about the Geek News.
Just a mild-mannered reporter.
He doesn't want to be famous, and I'll make him infamous.
General, haven't you ever heard of freedom of the press?
I'm not a cop. I'm a reporter.
Gossip, rumors, panic in the streets. We're lucky.
Vicky Vale. I'm intrigued by Alex's giant bat story, so I've done some.
Right. The Batman. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
It is not. I resent that. Slander is spoken. In print, it's libel.
The police won't help. The press has to do the right thing.
You serious?
First up on the docket, we got a full Kill the Irishman trailer. So Martin Scorsese's Netflix
the
movie.
Netflix one, yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, this is going to be another one of those.
He looks weird de-aged though, De Niro.
Yeah, it's some people it looks really good. His is like slightly
His looks
off.
like a video game almost. Like it doesn't. I don't know.
It's like not completely there.
maybe it's just because it was a small, short clip, but
It could be.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, the movie looks fantastic though, and the cast is unreal.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one, especially for Netflix.
Yeah,
And then next up, Hulu cancels the upcoming Ghost Rider show.
yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, a lot of people were looking forward to it.
They brought up. We don't see him in season 6 of Shield, but they brought him
brought
up
him
like
up.
2 or 3 times. Like
Well,
Robbie
yeah,
Reyes, Ghost Rider.
Because wasn't that the whole deal with, unless that's what the last season we're going to see, the deal with Coulson?
Somewhat.
Or did they bring it up?
I mean, that's why they bring it up. It's
okay.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of. Yeah.
So not 100%, but
Yeah.
that's
It's hard to explain. The season 6 is all over the place, but
it's just crazy.
You got to see it to be able to understand it. I think.
Like I said, it's on my list.
Yeah.
It's just a very long list. And Assassin's Creed's taking up most of it.
Most of the time.
I did beat the game, though.
Oh, you did?
So now it's just
collecting everything.
those legendary ships are going to take a long...
It took me for. I think those are the last. There's like you.
Those are going to have to be the...
2 at once. I think that was the very last thing I did.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Once you get your ship all the way up, though, it's
Yeah, then
not
it'll
too
be
hard.
fine.
But some of them are just ridiculously impossible. But next up, Jason Bateman is in talks to direct Ryan Reynolds' Clue movie, along with co-writing it and possibly being
starring in it.
I don't know if he's going to star, but
Maybe not, but
Yeah.
probably one of the characters.
and this comes right off of him winning an Emmy for directing an Ozark
Yeah.
episode.
So, I mean...
I don't know. I like him.
Clue doesn't need to be remade, but that's one of those where you could, because it's...
And it would be different enough that...
Right, you don't have to do a remake. You
No.
can just use the same characters and say it's a new game.
Yeah, and with these 2 guys behind
Oh,
it,
yeah, it'll be hilarious.
It'll work.
It'll totally work. Mm-hmm. Also, the Arrowverse has cast Osric Chow as Ryan Choi, also known as the Atom, for the crossover.
Yes.
I cannot wait for this damn crossover.
I know. I was trying to avoid the Brandon Routh picture.
Oh, God, he looks so good.
Yeah, which I don't think I have on here, but him as Kingdom Come Superman,
man, he's
perfect.
Oh, boy. This crossover, and it's like the 8th episode?
Yeah, it's
So
the
it'll be like
mid-season
November.
finale.
So it'll be like November.
End of November, I think, because then we get a month off, and then it finishes in January. I think we get 3 episodes and then a 2 to finish it. Yeah.
Oh, my.
That's how bad it is. And we can't wait that month.
No.
We have to watch those 3 right away.
Genius for them. I mean, they're going to drum up demand like crazy.
Yeah.
But no.
But so there's talks that the Ryan Choi Adam might take over for Brandon Routh, who's leaving Legends.
Right.
So he'll take over for Adam.
That's one way to do it. And if you're going to do it in the crossover when everything is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I think, was it Nora?
She's going to be gone
Allen,
too, yeah.
She's going to be in
Nora,
it, but
okay, never mind.
Nora Dark's gone.
Yeah.
Though. But Nora Allen, I guess, has mentioned Ryan Choi a few times in the past Flash season. I remember one of them, but I guess she mentioned him a couple times.
That'll work.
Yeah. But next up, Disney and Sony came to an agreement about Spider-Man, and his next film will be July 2021. I think it's July 21st too. They said even
might have been.
Yeah.
I feel like it was
and
all...
it's like a 75,
I think
25.
it was all a ruse.
Yeah, probably. No.
I think it was.
It might have been. I doubt it.
It might have been half.
Yeah.
Be like, okay.
No, they would have waited much longer, I feel like.
But yeah, I think it's 75-25.
Yeah, so, I mean, what were they? Disney was 5%?
They were 5% plus all merchandise, and now they're 25% and still all the merchandise.
Oh, all the merchandise. It's ridiculous. But are they still putting up all the money for the movie?
I think that's going half. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember reading
They're
anything.
getting all merchandise. They might as well.
They'll make it up. They'll make it up no matter what.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Yep. And then last up, WB Montreal, the game producers who made Arkham Origins, teases a new Arkham game. On Batman Day, they posted like a Twitter trailer that had some like glitching
crazy
secret images.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, they posted like the images and like coming soon.
Yeah.
Basically, is what they said.
Someone else posted one of the logos, and then it got taken
Yeah.
down right away. And that logo is like clearly Court of Owls.
Yeah.
Which-
So
I don't know how.
One of was it one of the Snyders? Not Scott, but
I
one,
think
it
it was
might have been
Scott, yeah.
Scott. He might have been like something of like
because he
chords
probably
and-
helped write, or at least not write the game, but like probably helped them
at least some stuff. Yeah,
some of
he
the
tweeted
story, the
something
plot.
with, like,
Yeah, that's who tweeted it,
the
and then they
Court
had
of
to take
Owls,
it down.
yeah. So I mean, that's gonna be
Yeah, that'll be interesting how they do that. Because you got to throw in other villains too. You can't just have
right. You can't just have.
But
that,
them
that's why,
being the
that's why I liked
over-
Origins, because it was like, all right, Deathstroke is like the main one, and then all the other random guys that really aren't in it were big players.
I mean, they did that in pretty much all of them.
That's true, because I mean, you got like
Joker was the head in Asylum,
Right, then you got-
Strange. No,
Strange was City, yeah,
and then Raish was also City, wasn't he?
yeah. They
Helped
were working
both
together, yeah.
The
Or
top-
Raish was using
Strange, yeah. And then Knight was Knight and Scarecrow.
Well, but I mean, like, the Pigman was in a bunch of them. The Mad Hatter was in.
Yeah, Hush was
Hush
the
was
last
in,
one.
yeah.
Riddler was in all of them.
There was a pain in all of them.
Yeah, you only see him in two of them. Or did you even? I don't think you see him in City, do you? You
He's
fight him
there.
at the
He's-
end,
yeah.
right? You fight him at the end of Night.
Yes.
No. I think you fight him in City,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
But I mean, like, Firefly and, like, all these, like,
Side,
smaller
yeah.
guys.
You got to do that still.
Yeah.
And then, I wonder how they're going to do it. I got to play Origin still. But they won't let you download it. You got to buy the disc. Useless. So I have to go find it.
Maybe I'll dust off my PS3. Oh, actually, do I still have the game? I'll have to look if I have the
See
game.
it, yeah.
Maybe I rented it or something. I don't remember.
All right. Before we wrap up the episode, we'll look ahead to what's coming up for Tim and Tony. So later this week, Joker is coming out on October 4th.
Yep.
So we'll probably both see that
Probably.
within the first couple days, and we'll post something,
Probably
I'm guessing.
get an episode going.
Yeah. And then episode 120, should we do the final Joker on the big screen and do Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I like that idea. We probably
Yeah.
do. Let's do Suicide Squad.
I think we've done it already, though, haven't
Actually, we have.
we?
Yeah,
We have.
We totally have.
Damn it.
Like right when it came out too, or not right when it came out, but
When it got on DVD or
right,
something.
pretty early on.
All right, well, we'll figure out 120. Maybe we might do Joker themed. I don't know. Or
Or we'll
we
post
do an
something and
animated,
see,
maybe.
see if you guys anyone wants to vote on something.
Yeah.
Do another Facebook poll or
And see what movie to
Yeah.
do. I'm in for that. Okay, so that's been our show today. Hope you enjoyed it.
you can follow us on social media and our website, timandtonytalk.com. And remember, share this with your friends.
And make sure to join us next week for the Mild Manner movie review.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks for listening. I'm Tim.
And I'm Tony. We are the Dynamic Duo.
Good night.